Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to be sharing with you how I made this little mini marshmallow squishy, but entirely out of toilet paper instead of regular paper today. Yeah, I made it out of toilet paper, stuffed it with toilet paper, and we're going to see how it turns out. So I took 2 squares of the toilet paper and I made sure that the flatter side of it was like on the outside where I was going to be drawing my thing, because I didn't want it to be like patterned kind of like loo roll. So I actually just used a brown pen, just coloured it in and did like a little swirly bit and coloured that in to make the chocolate dripping bit on the kind of marshmallow squishy. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. I just decided to give it a little bit more detail. The brushes that I'm using are actually from Amazon. They are called the dual tip brush liners because they have this fine line on one side and a brush tip on the other. I always use these because they come in so handy. So here's the fine liner side to draw a mouth shape, and then I just coloured in the tongue using the brush side. To colour in the black part I just use a black permanent marker just so that the ink wouldn't run on the loo roll. Drew out those details and coloured them in. Using the same black permanent marker, I drew out 2 circles either side of the mouth to create the eyes, leaving a little gap for where I wanted some highlight of the eyes to be. And I found that dotting on the pen actually worked out better because it didn't rip the paper. You want to make sure that you're being really gentle, really careful, because you don't want to rip the loo roll. You want it to keep nice and flat, and yeah. I then used the same pink to create blush either side of the eyes, and then I covered the whole like design in some clear tape, just making sure to layer it on really neatly, not making sure to fold any of the loo roll, keeping it nice and flat. Once that was done, I then cut off any of the excess and taped together the 2 ends to make a nice cylinder shape. I then put about inch slits all the way around the bottom of the marshmallow to create 6 different tabs, and then I folded them in on themselves to make this 3D shape. I then taped these down just to make it into like a little bag, just taking some tape from my tape dispenser to hold it all down in place. I turned it around and pressed it down on my desk a few times to get it nice and flat. I then cut up a few more squares of loo roll, so I used 4 in total, and stuffed the entire shape with the kind of strips of loo roll to create the stuffing. What I then did was I took the off cut of like the excess part of the first split, and I drew around a little like tub that I had to make a circle, coloured that in, cut it out and stuck it to the top, making sure to make the tape nice and smooth all the way around so it secured in all of my stuffing. So once the top was then fully sealed, this is what you are left with. My marshmallow squishy is so cute, and now I'm just going to squish it and show you what happens. So I just went for it. I went crazy with the squishing. It squishes really nicely. It's not as good as paper squishies in the way that it doesn't come back fully, but I mean it's pretty good. It's pretty fun and cute with just a few little squares of loo roll. It is actually really satisfying to get your whole hand around it because it's so chunky, and then once you're done with it, you're able to kind of like pat it back out into shape, give it a few little taps, a few little kind of shakes, and you'll be back to square one. So anyway, I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you very soon for another video. Bye.